All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Koyomimonogatari, episode 9.
We got a surprise Ogi episode last week that delved into some foreshadowing and some additional context to Nadeko's whole arc.
Right. It was cool to see it from looking at Nadeko's, not really perspective, but looking at Nadeko's situation at one where we can very clearly see that she's being positioned into specific scenarios with the snake god thing, you know, on her wrist and stuff. Yeah. And how Araragi's not being aware of what was actually going on there led to specific things, but also how there might have been some subtle nudging from Ogi.
Yep.
In order to move things in that direction, which ties into the whole thing of when Ogi bumped into Nadeko when they were with the that was the part with the bike and everything. Right. Yeah.
But now that we went through Ogi, I mean, when are we gonna get Shinobu? I've been waiting so long.
I feel like if anything, they could have Shinobu kind of be the next one rather nicely because of the whole talisman stuff in the previous one, setting up with what happens with the first kin in the present.
Yeah.
So maybe
that could be nice.
Maybe there could be some tie-in there. But we could also go into maybe some stuff with Yotsugi.
Sure, or Gain, or
Yeah.
There's options.
So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, we're going to be starting the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
Wait.
This is the Shinobu intro. Yeah.
Yes.
This is the one where she ended up giving us the backstory stuff.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So he's got the feudal Japan.
Right, yeah, this was the what was it, Kabuki?
I just loved this operatic, like, deeper stuff going on here. Which, you know, is also tying back to the whole first kin kind of stuff as well. So it does flow pretty well there.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think that was supposed to be the first kin there that was shown before Araragi?
I believe so. At least, you know, the art style, you know, makes it hard to, you know exactly. But yeah, it's the only character I think that would make sense for it to be referring to. But yeah. Okay. Taurus.
Oh, this is a good way to start.
Yeah.
This is a good way to start.
Okay. Morning, Tasco.
Are we going to see some interactions between Shinobu and Senjo?
Wait. Yes, they are. Yeah.
Gimme. But there isn't even a glass case now.
Yeah. Oh my god. Pure bliss.
Yep.
Wait.
There are only 5.
Oh, yeah.
They're homemade.
Homemade?
Ah.
Oh. Cool.
Wow.
What a girlfriend. Oh, that's awesome.
So she's like, wait a minute. Potentially infinite donuts.
To think that miser. Oh. Wait. Oh, she wants something from you. Oh my god. This is the whole love is, you know, the cost of, you know. Oh my god. We must analyze these donuts. Oh my god! I was literally like, I was joking,
That's
but like,
great. It's called being cream filled.
Mm. Mm. Educate us, Araragi. Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Are you sure?
Yes. Right.
The Shinobu branch.
Pondering Nama Choco Golden. Wow. This is wonderful.
Fantastic. Oh, okay.
And yeah. And
I can't quite tell if it's poisoned yet.
Call the Cinderella girl. Wait a minute.
Ah. I've only tested one donut.
Ah. Yeah, of course.
Indeed.
There happen to be only 4 donuts left, so...
Yep.
Daga kotowaru.
Indeed, this is for your own good.
Ka. Whoa.
Wait a minute. That's...
Wait. Trapped in the situation. Oh, is this the future?
Well, it said it was in December. Oh, no, because it's probably during the time where Shinobu is the god. Yeah. Right, so this is in the middle of when Araragi would be going to the shrine to negotiate. I will show you.
No one will ever find them. Yep.
Yeah. Really? A whole 5 minutes? I'm surprised.
I'll give you 5 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. You're absolutely correct. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Ah. And she won't just eat them as a way of hiding them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't have any, so...
Oh my god. Okay. Well.
Of course.
Wait.
Yeah. Why was it?
What does that have to do with it?
Oh, slip of the tongue.
Oh.
Yeah, sure. Oh. Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That would be awesome.
Wow. Very clever. But that means he ate one of Shinobu's donuts.
That's true. Oh.
That's sweet.
Whoa.
That's sweet.
Oh, that's really wonderful though.
Yeah.
What a really wholesome way to look at it too, because we don't know where the donut is, but if you're gonna put faith in Shinobu, why not assume the absolute best about her?
Yeah.
Then?
Yeah.
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 She gave you 2 donuts for 1, and in some ways basically said that, now you owe me, an eternal donut for forever for
Right.
the donut that you stole from
yeah.
me,
But, the fact that, but at the same time, the fact that he wouldn't have ever figured out
Right.
means that it's okay.
It's totally okay.
It's okay if you owe me
Right.
a donut and I never get it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's some really cool
that's great.
little nuggets in there for the kind of the, not the friendship angle, but the lifelong partner angle. Like we're going through this no matter what together, and yeah, sometimes I'm just gonna sneak a donut,
Yeah.
Your way. You won't know necessarily. You won't necessarily thank me for it, but I got you.
Yep.
And there's also the wonderful little, it's not necessarily, relevant, but the, Shinobu is within him, like there's some cool little imagery
So she still
there.
has the donut somehow.
No, she's the donut within him. That's the thing, yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Oh, this was a great episode.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, really
it was worth the wait.
wholesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it was basically a relationship episode entirely based around how their dynamic has just gotten better, and they've, begun to trust more of each other. And Shinobu kind of being like, hey, you know, like, if you would let me hide the talisman,
Yep.
we wouldn't have been in this situation where we had to negotiate with, you know, Sengoku.
So wait, let me get this straight. When you said this episode was wholesome, you weren't actually just making a pun about
No,
about
I'm not that
donuts?
smart. No. That would be pretty good though.
But yeah, this episode was wonderful. I loved it. Plenty of awesome banter, and the plot of it, you know, being very, very straightforward, but also kind of openly unimportant because it's just donuts, right?
Right.
It's, you know, it's just a game. It's about the point of what's being communicated through the game that is the real heart of the situation, which is great.
So we're in the beginning stages before Koi,
right?
And this is where Araragi is at the shrine, pleading with Sengoku,
or when he's been going
situation back
to
and
the
forth.
shrine, yeah.
So then that'll lead to having, you know,
right,
Senjukahara asking Kaiki to help.
Yeah, which
the whole situation
makes it tie in rather nicely to the previous episode, since the previous episode is, you know, bringing that back up of, hey, yeah, the talisman being hidden and that whole thing.
Yeah. It also makes sense then why Senjukahara is kind of being like, hey, I'm you know, I'm wanting to do what I can.
Right.
Here's some homemade donuts. And it's not easy to make great homemade donuts.
No, especially a bunch of like different styled ones like that. Like that's tough.
That's not only a thing of where it's like, oh, it's really wholesome as a, you know, sweet thing a girlfriend does for a boyfriend, but it's also something where, because of the limited, if not at all, interaction Senjukahara and, you know, Shinobu have even had, does she know? Like,
yeah, that was one of the things that I was wondering. Like when there was the whole thing of making the donuts and everything like that, I thought it was actually something where Senjukahara was also trying to, like, in some way, I don't know, placate or something, like give Shinobu an offering of sorts of like, here you go. We're both, well, like, because Senjukahara and Araragi are in a relationship.
Right.
But Shinobu's always tagging along, right? So we've never really seen how Senjukahara, like, you know, responds to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know. I figured it might have been something like that, but in the end, no, it was probably just that she was worried about Araragi, and who knows? Maybe it's just that she doesn't know that Shinobu likes donuts. She just notices, you know, Araragi buys a lot of donuts. yeah,
exactly. So what it could be is, you know, she's aware of Shinobu, but she's not actually met or engaged really with Shinobu,
right?
And she's just a relatively perceptive and attentive, you know, significant other. So she's like, oh, Araragi seems to like donuts for whatever reason.
Right, and a lot of them.
Yeah. I'm gonna make him homemade donuts as, you know, an encouragement for his exam preparation and stuff. Now, what's kind of crazy about this is that at this point, does Senjukahara actually know though what's going on with Sengoku and Araragi constantly visiting there?
I believe so. Yeah, because
there was a point where she found out.
Well, right, and because didn't she made the call at the end of the Nautico Medusa arc over the phone, and convinced Sengoku to wait.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah.
But the question is still whether or not that was the case, is whether or not Araragi's continual visits.
Oh, like whether they've started yet? Yeah, I can't remember.
I would say they would have started.
Right, I would think so, yeah.
But it's just a thing of, if she's sending him these to be like, hey, exam preparation and stuff like that, that seems like a slightly separate thing.
I think it might just be that she's, you know, using that as a more regular kind of way of exam preparation and stuff, and not really touching on the subject of what she's really worried about, which is the whole thing of is Araragi gonna die, right? And especially when he keeps going to the shrine, you know, so it's like, and that's probably sort of the precursor kind of to contacting Kaiki, because then she's like, okay, that's someone who can do something. Yeah.
Okay, so then Shinobu's motivations within this are really, really sweet. Like the pun is there, but I'd say it's really is what it is that she's seeing that, okay, you know, these donuts are, yes, delightful.
Very delicious.
Very delicious. I would like to eat all of them. But my master doth protest about my poison testing going all the way here. So I suggest a game where I can then, you know, give an opportunity for him to know that, hey, yeah,
I really care about you.
I'm willing just to, you know, let you have this one. This one's for you.
And coming from Shinobu, who is the super proud, you know, like she calls Senjo the tsundere girl, but really, I mean, come on, Shinobu. You know, you're the real tsundere here.
I mean, they both have elements. Of
definitely.
Yeah.
But so the idea that she deigns to be like, yes, I will indeed let you have 4 of them, and I will make it so that upon our agreement, one of them should have been mine because I successfully hid it from you.
Right.
But I let you have it anyways because I care about you. Yeah. You know, it's like that thing of the people give what they want, you know? So if Shinobu's love language is donuts, you know, she gives up donuts to Araragi.
There is no sweeter gift from her than...
Indeed.
And it's kind of fun because we've spent a lot of time, you know, watching them kind of have their little awkward conversations and stuff, and have their moments also of just being like, yeah. And then realizing that he is dealing with something that's rather tough right now. In fact, he's dealing with a couple things that are really tough right now. She maybe, you know, realizes that just by being, you know, present with him, and is like, you know, you maybe need this donut more than I do.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just wholesome.
Like it makes me think of like when the kid is like looking at the parent and like they have the cookie that the parent doesn't even necessarily really want.
Right.
But they're like, they're able to understand that the parent is not like this perfect being, you know, and might need things, you know. So they're like, you can have my cookie, right? And you know, it's totally about the thought and everything more than it is about the actual thing, right? And the fact that Shinobu does that, but then she does that without even letting it be known
that's the important part.
That I condescended to give you a donut that you did not deserve. You know, like no, she doesn't need to do that,
right? But there's also the playful aspect of it, where if Araragi didn't, you know, ask Hanakawa, you know, how to figure it out and stuff, he would have never found the donut.
Yep, exactly.
It would have been this eternal mystery about how Shinobu is so good at hiding donuts,
right?
That maybe I need to really show her a little bit more trust and faith in her abilities.
Sure.
Because that ties in with the whole talisman thing of like, you know, if I had done it,
I could have hidden it just fine.
No one would have ever found it. Like
I've had 500 years to think up all sorts of obscure ways of doing things.
Exactly. So what I see this as is, while Hanakawa's right, it is about the love that, you know, she has for you, Araragi. She really does care about you. There's this other aspect of love where you trust someone and give them the opportunity to basically help you with things that you don't necessarily know how to do. Or even if you know how to do them, you give that other person the opportunity to be a part of the thing that you're doing because you love them. And even if they don't add anything functionally to the actual result, like she could have, you know, she wasn't going to, but she could have suggested the same hiding spot for whatever reason. She wouldn't have, but that's the point, is that she would have then been like, oh, you need my help? Oh, Araragi, yes, you know.
Hide the talisman?
Oh. yeah, exactly.
Although,
I mean, she wouldn't have done that.
That
doesn't work.
That's what Nadeko did anyway.
Exactly, yeah. So the point is more just that if Araragi is willing to, you know, trust, you know, Shinobu, because, you know, Shinobu does really care about you. There's a lot of cool things that they can do together.
Yep.
That, you know, they can end up covering for each other.
And actually,
he can end up buying her donuts, and she can do a really good job of, you know, covering for, you know, hiding specific things or what have you.
Right. that actually just made me... Okay, tinfoil hat for a second.
Uh-huh.
This is... Okay, so... One, I like that it was about love, right? And this is the precursor to Koyomimonogatari, which, if I recall correctly, koi is another word for love in Japanese.
Yeah.
But then also, they talked about the idea of, I could have hid that talisman a lot better, and then they talk about eating the donuts as a way of hiding them, and that's not a legit way to hide them. And originally, Shinobu was the one that was supposed to become the god of the area, but it ended up being Nadeko instead because she ate the talisman.
Oh yeah, that does kind of.
As far as I could have hidden it a lot better. That I don't know if there's meaning that's supposed to be in there,
though.
but like
I see what you're getting at. No, because there's the idea of you put the thing inside the bigger thing to help with all the things.
Right.
And I mean, that's a silly way of putting it, but it structurally kind of works. I guess.
Because there's this part of me that's been wondering if the way that... Because I could totally be wrong about this, but I have this idea that Shinobu and Araragi have to split at some point, right?
And that's when Shinobu will take her place as the god.
That's what I'm thinking, maybe. Yeah. Okay. And that's part of how that, coming full circle, and then, and then Araragi will graduate from high school and truly be sort of like leaving a lot of the stuff behind that happened in that year.
Okay.
I've no basis for that necessarily, but that's just something that I've sort of wondered about. And if that does happen, this seems like kind of like foreshadowing, but also commenting on past stuff that was there. And I don't know, but I saw that.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely see the potential that is there as well. I think there's a couple other of the Koyomimonogatari episodes that have little visual cues towards that kind of thing as well.
Okay.
So I might have a thematic, overarching relevance, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But
fun episode.
Really really good character animation for Shinobu, just enjoying donuts and having just a wonderful time with it. And Shinobu's voice actress always killing it, just having fun, just doing this role.
You totally called the thing of the donut inspection.
Yeah, I was immediately like, commence analysis of donut, and then immediate thing I'm gonna take analysis of donut. I'm like,
that was great. And I love that it was like the Taurus, like whatever, story or whatever it was, because that's all right.
Yeah. But y'all, this was a fun episode. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there, and any level support gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime in general, and you can also talk with Jacob about the sci-fi novel that he wrote.
Yep, wrote a sci-fi novel called Battle Lines. If you're interested, it's on Amazon. The link is in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.